A Japanese architect was asked to design the most peaceful room in the world. Instead of filling it with comfortable furniture, soothing colors, or calming artwork, he did something that shocked his clients. He left it almost completely empty. Just white walls, natural light, and carefully placed empty space. The room became legendary. People traveled from around the world to sit in its emptiness and found something they hadn't experienced in years: complete mental quiet. The architect understood something about human psychology that most people miss. Your mind reflects your environment. A cluttered space creates a cluttered mind. But more importantly, a space filled with intentional emptiness creates mental clarity. The Japanese call this concept jian, ma. The power of empty space, the beauty of nothingness, and the strength found in what isn't there. While Western culture fills every moment with activity and every space with stuff, Japanese wisdom teaches that emptiness is not absence, it's presence. The presence of possibility, peace, and potential. Today, you'll discover why Ma succeeded in silencing a noisy mind when everything else failed, through Emma's systematic journey of testing every popular solution until she found the missing piece that made all the difference. Emma is a 28-year-old marketing manager whose mind was so chaotic she couldn't function. She tried meditation, productivity systems, therapy, and every solution you've probably tried too. But they all left something crucial missing, until she discovered the power of intentional emptiness. This isn't meditation or mindfulness. This is mental minimalism. And Emma's story reveals why Ma works when everything else falls short. If your mind feels like a room crammed with junk where you can't find peace, subscribe to the channel and like this video. Let's follow Emma's journey to discover why empty space becomes the solution when all other approaches reach their limits. Chapter 1. Why meditation failed Emma. Emma sits at her desk on a Tuesday afternoon, mind racing with thoughts. Did I respond to that email from Sarah? I should work out tonight, but I'm already tired. My presentation needs more data. Where did I put that research? What did Jake mean by that comment in yesterday's meeting? I need to call Mom. She sounded weird on Sunday. The rent is due Thursday. Did I transfer money? Why did I say that stupid thing about the budget? I should eat healthier. Is my career progressing fast enough? This internal monologue never stops. Emma tracked her thoughts for one day. 6,847 different thoughts in 16 waking hours. A new thought every 8.4 seconds. 73% repetitive, 18% random, only 9% useful. The chaos was destroying her life. Takes 45+ minutes to fall asleep. Mind won't quiet. Exhausted by 3 p.m. despite doing mental work. Can't concentrate for more than 6 to 7 minutes. Constant anxiety and jaw tension. Friends say she seems distracted. Even during conversations, Emma's first solution: meditation. Like millions of people with noisy minds, Emma turned to meditation first. She downloaded Headspace, bought a meditation cushion, set aside 20 minutes each morning. Week 1 to 2. Emma struggled to focus on breathing. Her mind wandered constantly, or she'd catch herself thinking about work and try to return to breath awareness. Week 3 to 4. Slightly better focus during sessions, but mental chaos returned immediately after meditation ended. Week 5 to 8. Emma became consistent with daily practice, but noticed something crucial. Meditation was teaching her to observe her thoughts, not reduce them. Week 9 to 12. After 3 months of dedicated practice, Emma could meditate peacefully for 20 minutes, but her mind was just as chaotic the other 23 hours and 40 minutes of the day. Why meditation failed. Emma. Gap 1. Temporary relief, not lasting change. Meditation. Created islands of peace in an ocean of mental chaos. Emma felt calm during meditation but returned to the same noisy mental environment immediately afterward. Gap 2. Observation versus. Elimination meditation taught Emma to observe her thoughts without judgment, but it didn't address the sources generating the thoughts. She became a better observer of chaos without reducing the chaos itself. Gap 3. Addition, not subtraction. Meditation added a calming practice to Emma's routine, but didn't remove any sources of mental noise. Her information consumption, decision fatigue, and environmental clutter remained unchanged. Gap 4. Time-bound practice meditation worked only during designated practice time. Emma needed something that functioned throughout her entire day, not just during specific sessions. Emma's meditation insight. I became really good at watching my thoughts race, but they were still racing. I needed something that would slow down the thought generation itself, not just help me observe it better. The missing piece. Meditation addresses the relationship to thoughts, but not the production of thoughts. Emma needed something that would reduce the mental input creating the chaos in the first place. With meditation providing only partial relief, Emma searched for her next solution. How many of you have tried meditation for mental clarity? Comment "tried" if you've experienced similar limitations, or "worked" if meditation completely solved your mental noise. Your experience reveals whether you found the missing piece or need to keep searching. Chapter 2. Why Productivity Systems Failed. Emma. After meditation's limited success, Emma turned to productivity systems. If mental chaos came from disorganization, maybe better systems would create mental clarity. Emma's productivity journey. Month 1, Getting Things Done, GTD. Emma read David Allen's complete system. She created contexts, lists, weekly reviews, trusted capture systems. For 2 weeks, she felt more organized. The problem. GTD actually increased Emma's mental load. She now had to remember the system itself, which list to check, when to do weekly reviews, how to categorize tasks. Her mind added "maintain GTD system" to its existing chaos. Month 2. Bullet journaling. Emma bought beautiful notebooks, learned the symbols, created habit trackers, mood logs, future planning spreads. The analog system felt satisfying and creative. The problem. Bullet journaling became another task, consuming mental energy. Emma spent 30 minutes daily maintaining her journal and carried mental worry about whether she was doing it right. Month 3. Time blocking. Emma scheduled every hour of her day, color-coded activities, blocked time for deep work, email processing, and meetings. The problem. Real life didn't follow the blocks. When something unexpected happened, Emma's entire mental model collapsed, and she felt more stressed than before having any system. Month 4. Digital task management. Emma tried Todoist, Notion, Asana, Trello. She spent hours perfecting her setup, creating templates, organizing projects. The problem. The tools became digital clutter. Emma had 5 apps to check, notifications from multiple systems, and analysis paralysis about which tool to use for which task. Why productivity systems failed. Emma. Gap 1. Added cognitive overhead. Every productivity system became another thing to think about. Instead of reducing mental load, they added the burden of maintaining the system itself. Gap 2. Focused on output, ignored input. Productivity systems organized Emma's tasks and goals, but didn't address the continuous stream of information, decisions, and stimuli flooding her mind. Gap 3. Required perfect conditions. These systems worked when life was predictable but collapsed when reality introduced uncertainty, interruptions, or changes. Gap 4. Treated symptoms, not causes. Productivity systems organized the chaos but didn't reduce the sources generating the chaos. Emma had better organized mental noise, but it was still noise. Emma's productivity insight. I became incredibly efficient at managing my mental overwhelm, but I was still mentally overwhelmed. The systems gave me tools to handle the chaos, but didn't reduce the chaos itself. The missing piece. Productivity systems optimize the management of mental load, but don't reduce mental load. Emma needed something that would decrease the input to her mental system, not just organize the output. With productivity systems providing organization but not peace, Emma sought her third solution. Have you tried productivity systems for mental clarity? Comment organized chaos. If systems helped organize but didn't quiet your mind, or actually worked if they completely solved your mental noise problem. Chapter 3. Why therapy failed to complete Emma's solution. After productivity systems proved insufficient, Emma tried therapy. If her noisy mind had deeper psychological roots, professional help might provide the complete solution. Emma's therapy journey. Months 1 to 3. Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, CBT. Emma learned to identify thought patterns, challenge negative thinking, and reframe anxious thoughts. She practiced thought stopping and cognitive restructuring. The benefits. Emma became skilled at recognizing when her thoughts were irrational or unhelpful. She could redirect worry spirals and anxiety loops more effectively. The limitation. CBT helped Emma manage problematic thoughts, but didn't address the sheer volume of thoughts. She could handle negative thinking better, but her mind still generated 6,000 plus thoughts daily. Months 4 to 6. Mindfulness-based therapy. The therapist combined traditional talk therapy with mindfulness exercises, body awareness, and present moment focus techniques. The benefits. Emma developed better awareness of her mental patterns and learned to step back from thoughts instead of being consumed by them. The limitation. Like meditation, this approach helped Emma relate to thoughts differently but didn't reduce thought production. She became a mindful observer of mental chaos. Months 7 to 9. Stress management therapy. Emma learned breathing techniques, progressive muscle relaxation, stress identification, and coping strategies for overwhelming situations. The benefits. Emma had tools to calm her nervous system during acute stress and could prevent anxiety from escalating into panic. The limitation. These tools were reactive. They helped Emma cope after mental chaos began, but didn't prevent the chaos from starting. Why therapy failed to complete Emma's solution. Gap 1. Relationship to thoughts, not thought production. Therapy helped Emma change how she related to her thoughts, more awareness, less reactivity, but didn't address the environmental and behavioral factors generating excessive thoughts. Gap 2. Internal work, no external changes. Therapy focused on Emma's internal mental processes but didn't address her external environment. Information overload, decision fatigue, visual clutter, and lifestyle factors creating mental noise. Gap 3. Coping versus prevention. Therapy gave Emma tools to handle mental overwhelm but didn't eliminate sources of overwhelm. She became better at managing chaos without reducing the chaos. Gap 4. Thought-focused, not space-focused. All therapeutic approaches dealt with thoughts, managing them, observing them, redirecting them, but none addressed the spaces between thoughts where peace naturally exists. Emma's therapy insight. Therapy helped me understand my mind and gave me tools to work with difficult thoughts, but I was still having thousands of thoughts per day. I needed something that would reduce the thought volume, not just help me cope with the volume. The missing piece. Therapy addresses the content and quality of thoughts, but not the quantity. Emma needed something that would create space in her mental environment, not just tools to navigate mental crowding. What Emma discovered. After therapy, Emma realized she had 3 partial solutions. Meditation, better relationship to thoughts during practice. Productivity, better organization of mental tasks. Therapy, better tools for managing difficult thoughts. But none addressed the fundamental issue. Her mental environment was overcrowded. She needed empty space, not more mental tools. This realization led Emma to discover something that worked where everything else reached its limits. If you've tried therapy for mental overwhelm, comment helpful but if it provided tools but didn't eliminate the noise, or complete solution if therapy fully resolved your mental chaos. Most people find therapy helpful but incomplete for mental noise issues. Chapter 4. How May provided Emma's missing piece. After trying meditation, productivity systems, and therapy with only partial success, Emma sat in her apartment feeling frustrated. She had tools to observe thoughts, organize them, and manage them, but she still had too many of them. That's when Emma noticed something while sitting in her empty living room. When there was less visual clutter around her, her thoughts seemed slightly less jumbled. This observation led her to research the Japanese concept of ma, empty space, and discover the missing piece that completed her mental clarity. Emma's discovery, ma. The power of empty space. Ma isn't about adding another technique to manage thoughts. It's about creating space where thoughts can naturally settle. Instead of fighting mental chaos, Ma removes the sources creating chaos. Right, how Ma worked. Where other approaches reached their limits. Beyond meditation. From observation to elimination. Meditation taught Emma to observe thoughts. Ma taught her to reduce thought production. Instead of getting better at watching mental chaos, Ma eliminated sources of chaos. Emma's Ma application. She created empty space in 3 areas, generating excessive thoughts. Beyond productivity. From organization to reduction. Productivity systems organized Emma's mental tasks. Ma reduced the number of mental tasks by eliminating unnecessary decisions and information input. Emma's Ma application. She stopped trying to organize overwhelming information and started eliminating information sources instead. Beyond therapy. From coping to prevention, therapy gave Emma tools to handle mental overwhelm. Ma prevented mental overwhelm by creating environmental conditions for natural mental quiet. Emma's Ma application. She focused on changing her external environment instead of just developing internal coping skills. The 3 pillars of Ma that completed Emma's solution. Pillar 1. Shijen no Jin, Jikan no Ma. Time gaps. What meditation, productivity, and therapy missed. They all added practices to Emma's schedule but didn't create transition space between activities. Emma's discovery. Mental chaos came from jumping directly between activities without transition time. Her mind carried residue from one task into the next, creating cumulative mental noise. Emma's time. Ma practice. 30 seconds of complete emptiness between similar tasks. 90 seconds of mental clearing between different types of work. 3 minutes of transition space between work and personal time. Week 1. Results. Mental transitions became smoother. Stress decreased. Week 3. Results. Could focus for 45+ minutes instead of 6 to 7 minutes. Month 1. Results. Colleagues noticed improved listening and decision-making. Pillar 2. Wu Li De Jin, Butsuriteki Ma. Physical space gaps. What other approaches missed? They focused on mental techniques but ignored how physical environment affects mental state. Emma's discovery. Her cluttered apartment was generating mental clutter. Visual chaos created mental chaos. Emma's space Ma. Practice. Removed 50% of visual objects from main living areas. Created one completely empty room for mental quiet. Applied 50% emptiness rule to all spaces. Every area should be half empty. Week 1. Results. Initially felt uncomfortable, but mental clarity began improving. Week 2. Results. Sleep improved, work focus increased dramatically. Month 1. Results. Friends noticed she seemed more present and less scattered. Pillar 3. Sikao no Jian, Shiko no Ma. Thought gaps. What other approaches missed? They worked with thoughts, but didn't create space between thoughts. Emma's discovery. Mental peace exists naturally in the gaps between thoughts. Instead of managing thoughts, she learned to extend the spaces between them. Emma's thought Ma practice. Completed one thought before starting the next. Stopped thought jumping. Created conscious transitions between different types of thinking. Scheduled periods of non-productive thinking. Mental rest. Week 1. Results. Decision-making became faster and more confident. Week 3. Results. Anxiety levels decreased significantly. Month 1. Results. Could think clearly for hours instead of minutes. Why Ma succeeded where everything else had limitations. Subtraction versus addition. While meditation, productivity, and therapy added tools and techniques to Emma's life, Ma subtracted sources of mental noise. Environmental versus internal. Other approaches focused on Emma's internal mental processes. Ma addressed her external environment and lifestyle factors. Prevention versus and management. Other methods helped Emma handle mental chaos after it started. Ma prevented mental chaos from beginning. Space versus content. Other approaches dealt with thought content and management. Ma created space where thoughts could naturally settle. Emma's complete transformation. Results. Mental state. Thought frequency reduced from 6,847 to approximately 2,800 daily thoughts. Mental clarity lasted hours instead of minutes. Anxiety decreased by 70%. Decision-making became 40% faster. Physical health. Sleep improved to 7 to 8 hours, falling asleep within 10 minutes. Energy remained stable throughout workday. Stress-related tension disappeared. Relationships. Friends commented she seemed more herself and actually listening. Professional relationships improved due to clearer thinking and calm presence. Career. Received promotion due to improved focus and decision-making quality. Work projects became more innovative and well-received. Emma's integration insight. Meditation, productivity systems, and therapy. Each gave me pieces of the puzzle. But Ma was the missing piece that made all the other pieces work better. Now I use meditation in my empty spaces, productivity systems with reduced mental load, and therapy insights in a calmer mental environment. The complete solution. Ma didn't replace Emma's other tools. It created the mental space where they could function optimally. Empty space became the foundation that made everything else more effective. Which approach have you relied on most for mental clarity? Comment meditation if that's been your main tool, productivity. If you've focused on systems, therapy. If you've emphasized mental health support, or combination, if you've tried multiple approaches. Understanding your current approach reveals how Ma could complete your solution. That Japanese architect understood something profound about human psychology. Peace isn't found by adding calming elements to chaos. It's found by removing the sources of chaos entirely. Emma's systematic journey proves why Ma succeeds where other approaches reach their limits. Meditation helps you observe thoughts. Productivity systems organize thoughts. Therapy helps you manage thoughts. But Ma creates space where fewer thoughts arise naturally. The breakthrough isn't choosing between these approaches. It's understanding what each provides and recognizing what they're missing. Meditation without Ma creates temporary peace that disappears when practice ends. Productivity without Ma organizes overwhelming information instead of reducing information overload. Therapy without Ma gives tools to cope with mental chaos instead of eliminating sources of chaos. Ma completes the solution by creating environmental conditions where your other tools can work optimally. Emma discovered that mental clarity isn't about getting better at handling mental noise. It's about creating space where mental noise doesn't arise in the first place. Start with Emma's first Ma principle. Create one 30-second gap of complete emptiness between activities today. Notice how this space affects the quality of what comes before and after it. Your mind, like that legendary empty room, has the potential for perfect peace. But first, you need to create space for peace to emerge naturally. Ma teaches us that emptiness isn't absence. It's presence. The presence of space where clarity emerges, creativity flourishes, and peace exists without effort. If Emma's systematic journey revealed why your current approaches feel incomplete, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. And tell me, which tool has been most helpful for you so far? Meditation, productivity systems, or therapy? Understanding your foundation helps you see how Ma could complete your mental clarity solution. Remember Emma's insight. Ma didn't replace my other tools. It created the space where they could finally work. Your quiet mind is waiting in the space between your thoughts. The missing piece is empty space itself.